Hey folks, what's going on? This is Jeff Hennick. Doing another episode of Walkin and Talkin. Doing a chapter of Expect the Catch. Wearing my boot camp t-shirt from 1985. Platoon 3086, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, California. And I wore it today because we're doing a boot camp of sorts. We have a raw recruit faced off against a veteran. I'm talking about David and Goliath. This is in 1 Samuel 17. It's about 1,000 years before Christ, right around 1010 BC, roughly. And the Israelites are faced off against the Philistines in the valley of Elah. The valley runs east to west. Israelites about on the northeastern side of the valley. The Philistines are on the southwestern side of the valley. And it's a bottleneck. It's right on the border between the two countries. And if either one of them makes a move, either to advance or to backpedal, the other one gains the advantage. So they're kind of in a Mexican standoff. And into this mess steps Goliath. He's the champion of the Philistines, and he challenges the Israelites to a man-on-man duel. Winner take all. And he's taunting him. Well, Jesse sends his son David up to the front because he's got two other sons up there, and they're fighting with Saul against the Philistines. Well, David sees this and he becomes absolutely enraged. He's not going to let this stand. So he immediately goes to King Saul, offers his services. And King Saul looks at him, well, who are you? Well, I'm shepherd boy. A shepherd boy? Really? Well, you understand, King Saul, I've killed lions and bears defending the sheep. What's one soldier gonna do? All right, so he gives him his armor and his sword, all the accoutrements, and David tries it on and he can't move. It ain't working for him. So he ditches all that stuff, puts his street clothes back on, and he decides he'll grab some rocks and do what he does. So he goes up to square off against Goliath. Nah, Goliath ain't having it. He's laughing at this cat. The taunting is exquisite. Let me read this to you. Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks? I will give your flesh to the birds of the sky and the beasts of the field. Well, not to be outdone, David returns in kind. Goliath is 9 foot tall. He's been fighting since he was a child. He's wearing 125 pounds of armor. He has a spear. They say the staff of this thing is the size of a weaver's rod, and I don't know the exact measurements on that, but it seems to me when they describe it, it's around the size of a 4x4. So he's using a floor beam in his hands with a point on the end of it that weighs 15 pounds. And here's a little shepherd boy in street clothes with a sling and some rocks. Goliath steps forward. David hucks a rock. Pegs Goliath right on the noggin, right in the middle of the brain housing group between the two eyes. Goliath drops like a rock. Boom. David immediately runs over there, grabs Goliath's sword, cuts his head off. The Philistines see him decapitate Goliath, and they take off running. And there's a problem here for them. Retreat is one of the most difficult maneuvers you can pull off as an army. When you're doing a fighting withdrawal, it takes every bit of skill to pull that off. And it was no fighting withdrawal. They were running in panic. The Israelites had their way with them. And Philistine bodies were strewn all the way from the valley back to Goliath's hometown of Gath. They secured that valley. They secured their border. And this was David's deep water moment. And he passed it with flying colors, and they received the catch. A safe border for a while. Well, David got a number of other deep water moments come his way, because he was a friend of Saul, and then Saul became a foe. But in the end, David becomes king. And not just any king, but one of the most legendary kings Israel ever had. He's noted for all the psalms and songs and spiritual songs that he wrote, all his poetry, all his music. And we still sing these songs today. Well, see if you can pick up the slack, huh? Meet your deep water moments and expect the catch. Be blessed, folks. Love you.